sponsors.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the recap of Who's Next. All right, and welcome back, everybody. It's been a while since we've been with you guys, since the beginning of the season, and now this is the recap of what's happened. What's happened since, we got
a new
all the
studio.
submissions. Oh, yeah, we did. Welcome to the new studio.
Wait, but why? How? Because of the support, and
Yes.
keep supporting Dean TV so that we can keep bringing you product. It wouldn't happen without your support.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So new set, not the new season. It's a continuation of the first season of Who's Next,
Right.
where we had about 25 contestants submit their work to us. It could be spoken word, a rap, a song, whatever. And then we would review those videos, and you can actually go back on demand and see all of that footage. Review those videos, and we picked the top 8 artists. And what happened with the top 8 artists? I mean, just generally, what would happen with them?
Can I go first?
Sure.
No, I mean, not just generally, don't specific, but what happens with
Can I
the?
go first? Specific is one.
Okay. But what happened with the top 8 artists?
It was an emotional roller coaster.
Okay, that's not well.
Wow.
What happened with the top 8 artists? We brought them into the studio. One by one, they would work with their song with us in the studio. I just want them to understand the details.
I thought you went over that.
No, I didn't. I didn't. We basically, the top 8, the artists would get to come in the studio and work with us on their song.
That's right.
And then after that, they'd work with us on a music video as well to go with it. Working with a great producer, our own producer, Tarek Snare.
New York.
And working on a music video production. So after that, Joshua Salam, go.
About the emotional roller coaster?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought,
Or it could be a seesaw.
Emotional seesaw.
Yeah, it was that. No, it's weird that you said that. It was in between a seesaw and emotional roller coaster. And you guys, if you watch these episodes, I think you're gonna experience what we experienced, where it was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. And it was like a trigger for me, reminding me about when we went to South Africa with
Zayn Bika.
Zayn, really Yusuf Islam's producer.
Right.
I forget his name. But anyway,
Craig.
Craig. And we went on an emotional roller coaster of trying to massage our song to something that was not the way it had been created. And so you had all these artists coming into this Dean TV studio, and we had a person coming from New York, and then we're all there, and papers are out and things like that. And I could see like people were kind of excited, and then they were kind of like, no, that's my song.
Yeah, the push and pull.
Yeah.
That's a big
So I think that's what one of the things the audience is going to recognize when they, and I'd like to hear the comments about it.
What are some of the things you saw or you think that people be interested in?
Well, overall, I mean, I felt that there was this push and pull, but from what I got from the audience, from the artists, was that it was a positive experience. Like, they did not realize that this is what it took for some of the artists. Some of the artists were more experienced than others, but this is what it took to create a song, and really, some of the artists have been in the studio. Some have never were in the studio before. And that's awesome to watch,
It's challenging too.
And challenging, yeah.
I think that's a challenge. I mean, because there's some people who come in with their thing is really refined. They've been, like you said, been to a bunch of studios, they've been performing forever. And then you have people with raw talent, and then but raw talent, it takes time, and we had a very limited window of time that we could work with.
2 days, 1 day for the music video. 1 day for the song, second day for the music video. So the music video, the song had to be done by the next day, finished, complete, and they had to memorize it. Any changes that we had to do, they had to have it memorized by the next day for the music video.
What would happen if they didn't memorize it?
Well, a lot of times his lips are off sync, they wouldn't know, and it would just take longer.
Be like those kung fu movies, like back in the day. Like,
exactly.
I like to try your Wu-Tang style.
Right.
That type of stuff. All right. I think for me, some of the big things for me, like you said, like is to see maybe the growth. I think there's some artists that we work with. We could see some of their songs would really grow into something and morph into something else. Where others, they were really dependent. They were really determined that what they submitted was going to be how it's submitted and be as is. And I told them a lot of times, like I would be. I said I'm saying I'm that way. But I told a lot of them. I said, if you really want to get the most out of this experience, try to be as open as possible. And I feel like when people were able to do that, we were really able to get a lot out of that experience. It was a little less painful, I would say, that when the changes were happening, when things get cut up and different things like that, I think it was a lot easier for them, and it was a lot more rewarding, in my opinion.
Painful for who?
Painful for the artists, because it's their work. You know, a number of them, this was a song that they had worked on and they had for a long time, and they felt that they've worked out all the kinks and worked out all the issues, and then you got these 4 guys in the studio now telling them, no, that doesn't work. This isn't how a chorus goes. This should go this way, or you need to add a chorus. Where's your bridge? All those type of things. It was like the songs sound good already. I was on stage at Mist, or I was on stage at my local mosque or talent show or whatever, and people loved it. And the 3 of you guys gonna come in and tell me like,
which artist are you referring to now? You have to watch.
Yeah, awesome. But I think that, but I think that being able to capture that is really special. So I'm looking forward to even seeing that myself.
Yeah, a lot. I've learned a lot. You know, even in the mixing process. You know, even at post. You know, it's you know, this is art, and dealing with art. You know, it's a touchy thing, but you know. It's beautiful when it comes together in the end. And
even, I think that's the other side of it was that we captured on that weekend all the things that we said, like working on the song. I mean, they were working on the song before they got here, but this was the actual just recording and maybe working on a little bit more of the music. But there's the whole post-production side. It wasn't just like record, done, music video, done, and now here to the world. It's a whole series of things that happens afterwards to make sure its production value is good.
I wouldn't do. No, I'm sorry. There was like a fade off there. Go ahead. What was that?
No, I'm good, man.
So what I was saying is, I think next time I wouldn't do it like this. Next time, hopefully the audience likes it and they support the project, so that next time there can be more time for the song and the video and things like that. Because I think. We'll see what they think, but I think you'll notice that maybe sometimes people felt rushed, and then when you feel rushed, you get nervous, and then you tighten up, and then you're like, okay, that's fine, when you don't really think it's fine. So I'm really interested to see what you guys think. You got to watch these videos. It was an experience never done before with us, with 8 artists in 8 weekends. Who's done that before?
I know.
Oh, well, I mean, that's what we try to do. We try to be trailblazers in this thing. I hope
trail destroyers.
Can I just ask you, trail destroyers? Yeah. Well, if I had asked you, you don't have to give any names. Are there, like, after this process, were there people that you saw that, yes, I'd like to see a whole album of their stuff? I could see them playing on some of the tours.
We even had collaborations happening.
Yeah, we had.
They don't know about that though, right?
Yeah.
Artists that came down here, they even started working together and singing on each other's songs. You got to watch the video. It's awesome.
All right, good. So I mean, and that was the whole point of Who's Next, is to that spark that leads to something greater. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the songs come out and all the videos come out. But I'm also looking for what's next for each and every one of these guys.
Artists, yeah.
These artists. These are some artists that when we started to meet with them, they told us that some of them in audition for like American Idol, Americans Got Talent, and a bunch of Arabs Have Talent, all these different shows. So like I said, there's some seasoned people on here, and I think you'll be surprised to see their process and our process, You get to see what happens in the back of the kitchen in the Native Dean studio.
Yep.
And either way, I think it's going to be wildly entertaining, enlightening, and enjoyable.
I tell you, I'm excited for next season. Because I think we're gonna get probably some people will resubmit their stuff.
It would be double, triple. It would be double, triple. We get instead of
Maybe I can submit something to help jumpstart my
album.
That's something else that we could talk about. Joshua Salam during the process.
Hey,
during the process.
Hold on.
We can talk about.
Don't give it all out on the first show.
In the studio. All right, so I hope that gets you guys pumped, get you guys excited about what's going to happen when we release the first season. How soon should we be seeing roundabout? How soon after this?
Oh, within the next couple weeks. You keep posted. I don't want to give an exact date because some stuff is still being edited right now, and we want to make it perfect. But within the next couple weeks, boom.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
not boom like
Like,
no. Like
hey.
Just I meant like
yes.
like
that?
Like Batman.
You gotta be careful. How you talk on the
You
air.
can't say boom.
No, you can't say boom.
Stuff with you guys. It's a mess. But yeah, like you said, stay tuned. Go back and look at some of the old. If you haven't yet, go back and look at the beginning of the season so you can see all the artists and see where they were. And then when you get to see the release, you really get to see what the best artists were or what they went through and see how they elevated. So inshallah, at the end, we'll be able to find out who's next.
This Dean TV video was made possible in part by Islamic Relief USA, working together for a better world, by Guidance Residential, the #1 Islamic home financer in the U.S., and by Recycle Processes Incorporated.